Well, howdy there, my Arabian fellas. It's me, your partner GXC, back again with another damn 2-in video. In today's video, I'll be giving you reasons why you should go to Tahiti, as it's the best place to be on Earth. Reason number 1, mangoes. I mean, come on, man. How could you not want a mango from Tahiti? I mean, it's just so fresh, so ripe, just so juicy and yummy when it's in your mouth. Reason number 2, women. I mean, come on, man. Look at this Tahiti woman. You're telling me you will not tap that? I'm very disappointed in you. You absolutely want to defile her pussy. Reason number 3, it's part of the plan, John.
I have the goddamn...
Okay, bit time over, time for vid. So if you guys haven't guessed already, this video is gonna be about Red Dead Redemption 2, as it's my favorite game ever this year and it has to be the best, if not the greatest game ever. I mean, fuck dude, it's better than GTA, it's better than FIFA, of course, it's better than those damn mobile games you find in the App Store.
Oh no!
This is garbage.
I mean, how can you not like this game? You can literally do whatever you want in it, like drinking alcohol, riding a horse, buying a gun to shoot up at your local school, robbing rich people, and of course, shooting a woman. Plus, it has the most saddest and bittersweet stories I've ever seen from any video game. God, dude, this game is so good. Sadly though, as much as I'm sucking Red Dead Redemption's cock, I will have to admit, it does have some issues that are worth criticizing, and people have made videos criticizing these issues. Some of them are good, while others are just fucking garbage. And that's what we're gonna be talking about today, as I came across 2 videos made by some guy named Fibbo Gaming. He made 2 videos titled The Plot Holes of Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. When I first saw these, I honestly expected him to bring up some actual plot holes that do affect the game and its story. However though, after I finished watching them, all I got was mental retardation. Legit, most of these plot holes this guy brings up are either stupid
or pointless as fuck,
as they don't matter at all and are just nitpicky at best. So today I thought, hey, why not make a video on this? Honestly, it's better I do this instead of masturbating to Arthur Morgan. Before we start, let me make it very clear that this video was made for entertainment purposes only, and everything I say is just my opinion. Also, please, for the love of God, don't harass this guy over this stupid video, okay? As that would be very stupid. Instead, after this video, go sub to him and check out his content, as he does make some pretty good content, if I say so myself. That's right, I'm promoting him. What will you do, huh? Twist my manly nipples, you sick fucks? But yeah, anyways, grab your kidney beans, grab your health tonics, grab your Arthur Morgan body pillows, sit back and relax, and let's dive right into this shithole. Play that shit, Gerald.
I wanna rob a chin like I'm in Lemoyne.
How did Edith Downs know of the Horseshoe Overlook camp's location? After the gang finally gets off the mountains and sets up camp in Horseshoe Overlook, the loan shark of the group, Herr Strauss, gets straight to work in lending money to the desperate locals of the region. One of the debtors is Thomas Downs and his family, to which later plays a major role in the life of Arthur Morgan. After Thomas's passing, his wife Edith heads to the gang's camp to pay off what the family owes. But what doesn't make sense is that the gang are laying low trying to evade the law, so it begs the question, how did Edith know exactly where to find the gang?
Hello?
My husband owed you money. Here it is.
Thank you. And your husband, is he well?
He's dead. Combination of beatings and sickness did for him.
Yeah, okay. Apparently, a rare interaction in a game is now a plot hole, which... Okay, sure, buddy. Like I said, this is a rare occurrence that happens in-game, and it has no impact at all on the story. I don't understand what point you're trying to make here. Plus, fucking camp isn't that hard to find. It's just like a few feet away from the train track, so literally anyone can find it. So again, this is barely a plot hole and more so a fun, rare thing that happens in-game.
Why didn't Jack Marsden become a wanted man after killing Edgar Ross? Edgar Ross, the once member of the Pinkerton Detective Agency, later became a head figure in the Bureau of Investigation before retiring after putting down the former Vandalin gang member John Marston. Several years following this, Jack hunts his father's killer down, finding him hunting south of the San Luis River. But before this encounter, he is introduced to the former agent's wife and then brother, who inform Jack of Edgar's location, believing him to just be delivering a letter. Ross's wife claims that the Bureau won't let him retire in peace, so this proves that they are still in frequent contact with the man. So how come, after he never returned home, Jack was never apprehended for the murder? He would have been the prime suspect in the case and still resided at the family home, so they would know exactly where to find him.
Gee, I don't know, maybe because the story is over? You do realize, after we kill Edgar Ross, the game's story is over and we don't know what happened after. For all we know, maybe Jack is wanted and is on the run like his dad was with the gang, which makes the ending more tragic and interesting. There's also the fact that Jack never gave Ross's wife or brother his name.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hello, young man.
Hi.
What are you doing out here? Are you out visiting the lake with your family?
No, ma'am. I was looking to deliver a letter to Edgar Ross. Hey there, mister. How's the hunting?
Well, pretty good, son. Got me a few rabbits, coyote, elk. Still looking for some trophies for the parlor.
I've got a letter here for Edgar Ross. You know him? I heard he was down in these parts with his wife.
Wish I know him. He's my brother. Gone down river, duck hunt.
You could make an argument that they could dig through Ross's files and find John's and make a connection that, oh, the dude that killed our husband/brother is the son of the outlaw that Ross killed, which honestly, that would be stupid because one, compare young Jack to old Jack. They look nothing alike. And you can't say he looks a lot like John because again, he looks nothing like John. This is not a plot hole, it's just you being nitpicky.
Why doesn't Arthur Morgan infect any of the Vandalin's gang?
And now we have reached the nitpicking territory. Yay! I mean, to be fair, all this video has been nothing but nitpicks, but I digress.
Altercation between Thomas Downs and Arthur Morgan during the debt collection, the transmission of tuberculosis seems to be pretty straightforward. A simple cough.
You borrowed money from my business partner, Herr Strauss. You owe him, you took the money. He wants it back, what's not to understand? Where's our money?
During the story of Red Dead Redemption 2, Arthur Morgan spends a significant amount of time with the other gang members, both back at camp and out in the open world. So how is it that nobody else became infected with the disease?
First off, Arthur doesn't get the full effect of the sickness until chapter 6. And second off, you do realize that it takes more than a simple cough to infect someone, right? Like Tom didn't just cough on Arthur. He spat some blood on his mouth, as shown in the cutscene.
Wants it back, what's not to understand?
So again, this is just nitpicking and honestly pointless to the video. So yeah, that was video 1. Just a bunch of nitpicks and dumb plot holes. Who knows, maybe the next video will be better. Probably. Hopefully. God, who knows at this point.
Rob it, grab it, shoot it, plant it, Dutchie, I'm with you.
Why were some of the gang members allowed to live peacefully? The Pinkerton Detective Agency, mainly Edgar Ross and Andrew Milton, are hell-bent on bringing an end to the era of outlaws on these untamed lands, and with the backing of Cornwall Leviticus, it seemed the final days of the Vandalins gang were inevitable. This was noticed by Arthur Morgan, who admitted it to John during a later mission in Chapter 2 of the title.
You was at that thing in Blackwater. We already seen Pinkertons here. New century's coming. This life, this way, well, we're the last, I reckon, and we ain't long for it.
So whilst the agents spend the entire length of the story tracking down and killing members of the Vandalin gang, after they separated during the attack on Beaver's Hollow, why did they suddenly stop chasing the remaining members? It's not as if they weren't aware of each one, as the agents had been keeping a close eye on them all, finding their camp and picking up the likes of Micah Bell and Molly O'Shea, so why the sudden change of heart? Pearson was allowed to continue life as a store owner in Rhodes, Mary Beth became a writer, albeit she used a pen name, and Tilly married a lawyer and became pregnant. So why did the Bureau choose to forget about these selected few and continue on the hunt for the likes of John, Javier and Bill?
Probably because they were barely involved in the gang's activities. Like, who are the Pinkertons' main target? Dutch. They just want Dutch. They can give much of a shit about the women or the fat Navy man. So, yeah, I really don't understand why you're using this as a plot hole. Sure, they were part of the gang, but they barely were involved in the crime. The ones that were involved in the crimes are Arthur, John, Bill, Javier, and of course, Dutch. So, of course, they will be the main priority of the Pinkertons because they're the gunmen and Dutch is the leader of the gang. I really don't understand how this is a plot hole. This is more so, again, nitpicking at best.
How did Dutch know that John and Abigail were married?
What the fuck? How is this a plot hole? Dude, the cutscene you're using in this section kinda contradict what you're trying to say.
Will you marry me?
Get up. I am married to you.
Like, they have a child together. No shit, Dutch assumed they were married as they are referred to in-game. There are some dialogue where characters commented that John and Abigail are married.
The thing is, Sadie, I really can't. I must come. He's my husband.
Arthur, tell her.
Tell her what?
She ain't coming with us to collect her husband. Must be so pleased, John. And the ranch? You were right. It's really something.
I think I'm gonna ask her to, marry me. I got a ring. It was Arthur's. I found it in a bundle of things that I've kept.
Okay. I guess I thought you were married already.
So again, this isn't really a plot hole. This is just you trying to create a problem with the game that isn't even there. Like, I don't even understand the point of this. Oh, how did Dutch know that they were married? I don't know. Dude probably spied on them. I mean, is it that hard to consider that maybe Dutch, an already sociopath and psychopath, would spy on his old gang members? I'm not that surprised. Again, this is just a stupid point. A really stupid plot hole.
Why didn't the Pinkertons just follow Arthur back to camp to catch Dutch? During the later stages of Chapter 2 in Red Dead Redemption 2, Abigail Roberts requests a favour from Arthur to take her son Jack away from camp for a little while as he's been feeling a little down. Obliging this request, Arthur invites the young boy on a fishing trip not too far from camp. Shortly into this, Pinkerton detective agents Milton and Ross approach Arthur with a proposal. But what doesn't make sense is that instead of approaching Arthur Morgan, they could have simply followed him and Jack back to the camp of Horseshoe Overlook, where they would have been presented with a greater opportunity to nab the lead to Dutch Van der Linde, plus learn exactly who was part of the gang, and utilise them much earlier, similar to how they did with Micah Bell after the return from Guarma.
Sorry, how is this a plot hole? If anything, this is just a dumb complaint. For all we know, Milton and Ross probably already knew where the gang was. Because let's be honest here, the camp spot was really shit.
It's awful. It's a dump.
And very easy to find. So they probably already knew where they were. However though, there's the issue that it's just 2 of them versus 20 outlaws who are very skilled, plus Micah. You could argue that Milton could have brought 100 Pinkertons with him and stormed the camp and take Dutch away, which A, would be a very cool fight scene, and B, from the countless interactions we have with Milton, he comes off as a fair guy, a guy who follows the law and will not play dirty unless he has to. I mean, fuck, first time we meet him, the dude offers freedom to Arthur to turn Dutch in.
You're a wanted man, Mr. Morgan. It's $5,000 for your head alone.
$5,000? For me? Can I turn myself in?
We want Van der Linde. Listen. This is my offer, Mr. Morgan. Bring in Van der Linde, and you have my word you won't swing.
Throughout the entire playthrough, Milton was following the law and being fair with the gang, giving them warnings and last chances to be better. It wasn't until the bank robbery in Saint Denis where he just goes fuck it and kills Hosea in front of the gang. What I'm trying to say is that this plot hole is very fucking stupid.
Didn't Dutch send their non-fighting gang members to retrieve the Blackwater money? Not all of the Van der Linde gang were involved in the Blackwater ferry heist. The likes of Pearson, Mary Beth and Susan Grimshaw would have been back at camp. Now we learn later, as the Pinkerton agents bravely enter the gang's camp at Clements Point towards the end of Chapter 3, that neither agents Milton or Ross knew specifically who was part of this posse of outlaws. They knew Arthur, and of course Dutch, and recognised Hosea, potentially due to his age, but there were plenty of others that Dutch could have chosen to retrieve the buried takings. Even the girls of the group, who were known for thieving, could have slipped in and out of Blackwater pretty easily, as they were unknown to neither the local authorities or the Pinkerton detective agents at this point. So why Dutch chose not to do this is anyone's guess.
From what I see, it would have been a very risky move, considering again, Blackwater is on lockdown, and there's like 150 lawmen and Pinkertons roaming the area scouting, so it would be a very difficult job sneaking in. Plus, there's also the fact that if they were caught, then they're fucked, because again, we're talking about sending a bunch of folks who don't know how to shoot a gun or even fight. Sure, Peterson served in the Navy, but let's be honest here, do you see this man taking down 150 lawmen with just his butcher knife? I get what you're trying to say here, but I have to disagree with you, man. I mean, fuck, Dutch didn't even bother to send or tell Micah where the money is when he asked him.
Can I talk to you,
Sorry to hear
man?
that.
What is it?
I think you misunderstood me earlier. I ain't trying to rob you. You know me better than that. Try to speak some sense to him, cowboy. I'll go back to Blackwater and get the money. Meet you all someplace and we'll be home free, that's it. Just think about it, that's all I'm saying. Way I see it, we gotta try.
I'll think about it.
Thank you.
But then again, I could be wrong, and maybe this is a valid point. You guys decide. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say for now. That was it. Let me know what you guys think about these videos down in the comments, and give me your own thoughts about these plot holes in the comment section down below. And make sure you go and support Fibble. Even though I don't agree with these two videos, I still like his other content, and I think you guys should support him and check him out. That's all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. And if you are a new viewer here who somehow enjoyed this video, then make sure you smash that subscribe button. Turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a shitty video. Hope you guys have a great day, night, whatever times in your time zone. I'll see you guys next time.
See y'all.